Staying free of smokeless tobacco during the middle and high school years requires some reinforcement. To keep your students on track, you'll want to give them ample opportunity to practice the refusal and negotiation skills they learned in the last session. And when your students encounter friends or family who need help quitting, you'll want to show students how to find reliable resources that can help them with that challenge. In this session, we'll help you ramp up your students' role-playing skills and research capabilities. Although we introduced refusal techniques and role-playing in the last session, this session takes things a bit further. For example, the workbook activity is only half scripted, encouraging your students to write their own responses to a fictional friend who is pressuring them to try out smokeless tobacco. Within small groups of 3, they'll take turns writing, practicing, and observing each other so that they can refine their refusal techniques. To reinforce the learning, you can then hold a full group discussion in which everyone can share what did and did not work effectively in the role-playing scenarios. It's very likely that many of your students will have friends or family members who need smokeless tobacco prevention or cessation programs. To make sure your students know how to tap into the many resources out there, we provide you with some practice research activities. Using a basic reference like the phone book, we offer tips on how to find tobacco-related information by expanding the search to include terms like health, American Cancer Society, or community services. Now, even though most teens are internet savvy and have put in many hours surfing the web, they rarely know how to assess the quality and validity of the resources they find there. For example, many students may be unaware that a smokeless tobacco site they find while browsing could be sponsored by a tobacco company. Always good information to know, right? So we'll give you some guidelines on how they can approach these sites with a more critical eye. With some good refusal skills under their belt and a discerning eye for valid sources of information, your students will know how to say no, and they'll know where to turn when friends and family need tobacco prevention or cessation support.